Hey gang, how are ya? It's Mob Guppy, where the Guppy is the mob. Go a few minutes early. Petroman, 1185, first in the house. If you're here, say hi. I'm here with Maggie, as you can see right there. She has to go outside a little bit. I'll take her out to the backyard and let her run around a little bit. She's doing pretty well on her housebreaking. She'd made a small poo in her crate. Great time. Skull Aquatics. Muppet 929. So yeah, so other than that, it's the training of the puppy. I'm going to lose a lot of weight with this dog because she is energetic, which is pretty cool. What's up, Bob Kaler? The drink of the evening? It is Fresca. Maggie's really good dog. I walked her for about 1.5 miles earlier this afternoon. Great stuff. Yeah, so other than that, that's good. I called to see if I could get her into daycare, puppy daycare at the place that took Bolo, and they said, yeah, they didn't take, they won't take a female dog that's not fixed. She's 3 months old. She can't get pregnant. Lumpy dog. Yeah, I'll tell you who else is tied for the lead is the Green Bay Packers. How about them, huh? Doug Gray, the man who started the world's first time travel agency. Peter Thiel. Yeah, no, she'll go. It's trust me, she walked for 1.5 miles this afternoon. So yeah, she'll get moving. But again, with your dogs, you don't give them a lot of energy. They're not going to give a lot of energy back. Excuse me. Yeah, so busy day at work, a lot of stuff going on. It's it's just been so busy. So my office got a new computer system in a month ago. Yeah, who killed Kenny? Here you go. You got Stan, Kyle, Kenny, Cartman, and Butters. We got Butters. It's been, 40 some years? I don't even date women that age. It's been, 42 years since the king has got to room temperature. So, yeah, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, so Maggie the Brit is doing good. She, again, it's just, I wish she'd put together all the toilet training stuff. Before you know it, it'll be there. So she's very trainable, very obviously very sweet. So I appreciate that. So I was supposed to ship out Guppies today. Just had one package going out today. And I got home to feed Maggie and take her for a walk. Not feed Maggie, just take her for a walk. And I came to the firm conclusion that I've just fed my Guppies. So I had to write a note to the woman who's getting some Guppies from me and just say, yep, no. Yeah, it's trust me, Maggie is sort of my deal. What's up, Vinay? Did I say hi to Lumpy Dog? I hope I did. So yeah. If you're here, say hi. We all want to say hi to you. Give us a like if you enjoy what's going on. I appreciate that as well. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Yeah, Maggie is a good girl. She's not too chewy on me, which is good. Are you a sweet puppy? Yeah. What a sweet puppy. Oh. So there you go. There you go. She's moved over here. Yeah. Yeah, so Maggie runs the house already. Don't you, little girl? Huh? She's wanting to chew on stuff. I'm giving her lots of stuff to chew on. So what's going on? I titled today's live stream Balancing Life and Fish. Maggie drinking game. It's a good one. We'll have to come up with something. She's right now just sleeping on my lap. She likes to sleep on top of my right arm. I don't know what that is. What that is all about. But it is. Yeah, trust me, I'm going to put together a Maggie swag. I've been so busy just, house training her and all that sort of stuff. Tomorrow night, I am going to take her to a class, her first class, which I think she'll do really well at. It's show dog class. So there you go. Oh, the polar convict cichlids. Yeah, what a good puppy. Her ears are just. My line is if you can go out and you can make them really tired. So there you go. Yeah, but it's balancing life and fish. It's one of the great gifts for having tropical fish. So it's a great hobby. It's very busy. There's a lot of stuff going on with it. And one of the problems with it is it's very busy, can take away from a balance in your life. And I know for most of us, having some sort of a balance is a real important deal. So it's that's one of the things that I think I sometimes struggle with, and I'm guessing maybe some of you do as well. Lumpy, I didn't get to answer your question about the Polars eating Sunday. They ate as soon as I put in the tank with the Angels. Doug, I can't even walk without gel injections. I need to save my ambulation for trivial things like the bathroom. By the way, whenever an Elvis impressionist says bathroom, I get really concerned because of the way the king died. It's that ain't a good way. Lunatic Fringe, what's up, Chewie? I saw your video. Thank you very much for the plug. It was very nice. Pandemics suck, but at least the air travel is nice. Detroit was practically deserted. Boston Logan was very light. Less people equals nicer travel conditions. Yeah, I have not been in an airport. When I was married, The ex-wife and I flew a lot, mainly to like Mexico. But I mean, we flew, several times a year for, for our 15 years of marriage. Um, my brother-in-law he works for a company and he's on a plane a lot. Before the pandemic, he was on a plane 48 weeks a year, flying somewhere in the world. Getting on it, the show Up and Away, the movie with George Clooney, that was my brother-in-law. He was home, obviously, for over a year, but now he's getting back on a plane on a fairly regular basis. Lumpy, I didn't see the documentary. I miss out. I, though, believe the original reason. Pet shops should get alcohol licenses to sell vodka and rum. I think that's, I'll tell you what, in Mexico, when I bought the ex-wife her engagement ring, they poured me a couple of shots of tequila. Jesse, HC Agua, how are you? Maggie's here, down here, sleeping. Just totally out. Which I think is good. But she really, really likes to sleep on my arm. Mike's Aquatics and Things, how are you? Welcome. I think more stores should serve booze when you're buying stuff for them. Jimmy's Peas Aquariums. How are you? Yeah, Doug Gray, I agree with you. I commiserate and feel the worst for our man Jesse having to put up with that terrible Hawaiian weather. See what the weather is here. Hold on. Right now, it's 93 degrees Fahrenheit. 93 degrees. Expect a low of 69 degrees. 8 o'clock. At 8 p.m., it'll be 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Temperature here is going to just drop. So in 2 hours, it's going to be 10 degrees cooler. I would prefer to live in a place that you go from there. Is D here down the wormhole? And see. Hey, D, how are you? Maggie the puppy is right here, sleeping away. In about 20 minutes or so, I have to put her outside for a little bit. I've never been much of a rum drinker. Bourbon, vodka, tequila, yes. High-end beer. That's all good for me. I bought a bottle of port wine, which was terrific. Monster Fish Gal, how are you? Yep, so Maggie's doing pretty good. She did poop in her crate. I took her out for a nice walk at 5 a.m. She made a big one. Cooper Aquatics. And for whatever reason, I don't know what her length of time is. I've been getting up extra early, taking her for a walk, and then giving her food. So tomorrow, they wanted me to feed 2 3/4 of a cup a day. I think I'm going to drop it to a half a cup in the morning and a full cup when I get home from work. Yeah, it's vodka. I occasionally enjoy having, and I don't drink every day or whatever. But the drink I do like with vodka is a vodka tonic. If there's for whatever reason a business meeting at night and you're at a bar or something like that, I will 9 times out of 10 order a vodka tonic. I think it's a simple drink, has a nice taste to it. Let's see. The last time I was though at a concert, I had a Bud Light off the tap. By the way, an underrated drink is bourbon and orange juice. But you don't want to do a real good bourbon. Normally, I buy really good bourbons and just put it maybe a thing of ice and a shot and a half on the top. You want to do something that is more domestic. Matthew Stafford has his highest single game QB rating for a first game away from Detroit. Yeah, I'll tell you what, Matthew Stafford, anybody who doesn't think that guy's a real quarterback, they are missing out. Yeah, I have no problem with scotch. I don't do scotch on a regular basis. Occasionally, if it's at a real nice dinner with friends or something like that, back in the days when I had friends, besides you guys, is that I would occasionally get a shot of single malt scotch, neat. Don't have a problem with that. European beers are good. There's some good micro brews in let's see what this is. Hold on. Hey, how are you? I'm on a conference call. Can I call you tomorrow? Sounds good. Okay, I will do so. All right, Freddie. Bye bye. One of my real good friends, Freddie. Yeah, so it's all good. Yeah, Doja Cat. She just keeps calling me. I will tell you this is that it's been so dry here and I've had allergies. Part of it is also I think I may be getting used to Bolo. I had no allergies with, except for like shedding times. She's losing a little hair right now, so that may be part of it. It's not that big of a deal. So there you go. Hold on a second. Gotta blow my nose once I only lean forward. All right, I blew my nose. So there you go. I'm going to remember the conference call excuse. Yeah. I don't want to explain to people that I have, that even though Freddie would probably dig this, even though he's not a fish guy, is that, yeah, it's, yeah, I'm talking to friends who all own a lot of fish tanks. And then they go, really? How many people? There's 20 people here. We're sort of talking about fish. How often do you do that? You know how that goes. I don't need that. Melvin Reef in the house. 20 here, 9 thumbs up. Thank you, gang. So my Vikings lost to the Bungles. Yeah, it's a source of pride. Good news is everybody in the Norris division of the NFC lost. Detroit sucks. Packers, my God. Is that if Aaron Rodgers, ESPN had this today, Melvin is the unofficial mayor of Pittsburgh and probably should be the mayor, but he'd do a better job. What did the eyewitness to the computer robbing the bank say to the policeman? I don't know, Bob. What? Oh, hold on a second. I got to take away Maggie's water. 2 hours before bedtime. Whoops, I'll be right back. All right. Maggie's looking up going, where'd he go? Where'd he go? All right. He went dad away. God help us. Doug Gray, for you. It's he went dad away. Are you familiar with the native laws of the USA and Canada where they have dual citizenship? I am not, but I do have a question. Is this for our Native American friends? My ancestors on my mother's side both emigrated south from Canada. Can I become a Canuck? It's even worse than your awful jokes. Yes, Doug Gray. Brian Trottier. See, I know how to say that because I'm a frog. Oh, little Molly Moo is sitting right here. She's so happy, getting rubbed. What icon guitar player is also a Cherokee? Let's see here. Kirk Hammett. It's good to. This is a good group of people. Oh, Maggie Moo. She loves having her ears rubbed. Oh, that was. I had to unplug the computer here. She's such a good girl. I'm going to keep her up here. I may. It's if she wants to go out, I'll put her out back. Let her do the Maggie stuff outside. Yeah, from Tennessee to Vancouver. I saw on the Howard Stern YouTube channel Elton John talking to Metallica, and James Hetfield cried. Not real metal. I had a dream I was swimming in an ocean of orange soda, but it turns out it was just a fantasy. Now, great, that's pretty good. So I had a dream over the weekend, I think it was Friday or Saturday night, that I was at a party with Prince, the artist from my native state of Minnesota. We were both born in Minneapolis. And so I went up to speak with him. And I said something. By the way, if you ever meet somebody famous that you sort of idolize, don't ask for a picture. Don't go anything that. Just say thank you. And I went over and just whispered into Prince's ear. I said, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate your music and your work. God bless you." That's all I said. Just walked away. Worked out quite well. There's a shrine to this guitar player. Is it Jimi Hendrix? James Marshall Hendrix? Oh, little Molly. Bingo. There you go. Yeah, so having balance with our fish, easier said than done. Is that it's so easy to get caught up in all sorts of things with our fish. From whatever the next train we're going to get, whatever we're going to do, whatever new project. And I'm not criticizing it because Lord knows I'm there. But you have to, in your life, you have to have some balance. So my thing is, the only thing I'm sharing with you, and it's something that I have issues with, so I'm not like I'm being semi-confessional, is that, find balance. That's it. Shawn AS may not be able to make it here. Still mourning over his Jets. I'll tell you what, though, the Zach Wilson, this guy can play. Anyone who doesn't think Zach Wilson can't play, they're truly missing out on it. Yeah, it's Chewie. You're right in this aspect. Is that we all have issues. Hey, pole climber, dancing on those poles. Anthony, how are you? Love seeing those pictures of you and Priscilla. Be careful as you go up the pole. Remember, you must come down without being shocked. It's oh, little Maggie is right here. She's just sleeping away, rubbing her head and her neck. Good girl. Yeah, the whole thing about the puppies, though, and I had forgotten about it. It had been a long time since I trained in bowling. Shawn! Steve Geiger plays at Bowman's Tavern every Sunday. What time? What time, Allie Shawn? We have a lot of people here. Live in your neck of the woods, Petro Man. We have lots of Jersey people and Pennsylvania people. So she's sort of dreaming. Her little legs are twitching. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. So, Maria, how are you? Great having you here. Barbecuing some. Yep, I appreciate it. Yeah, you love the stream, even the awful jokes in the chat. There you go. Maggie won't ever be able to join in the reindeer games. Allie Shawn, AS 2012 and 3. Is that what you think? It's 17 games for for the JETS Jets. Local Chinese restaurant got vandalized the other night. Police said it was an act of wanton, destruction. Doug Gray, mark that down. That's pretty good. Remember, give Mike credit for your jokes. Fresca. Anybody want Fresca? What's the last thing you purchased for the hobby? Fish food. I had fish food delivered not that long ago. In fact, now that it's beginning to cool down, I've got to order baby brine shrimp eggs. I also need new bags to ship fish. What about you, Jimmy P? Yep, Chewie, I hope you're feeling better as well. So I have a coworker who's vaccinated, and his granddaughter came down with the Rona. Yeah, not good. Not good. Did I send a note off to these guys? Hold on. I like doing business stuff here. I did not. Let me do this right now. I always send a note to my team members. And I got to send a note to all right, there you go. I sent off my notes. Life is good. You bought a plant. You bought paint for the fish room, pastel blues and greens. Yeah, there you go. It's very nice. That's the time Steve plays at the tavern. Doug played his music on his last video. World famous blues harmonica player singer. And the Guppy guy. Holy capoly. John Oliver, how are you? Now I've got my puppy. All four legs are in the air like she just don't care. She loves having her tummy and chest rubbed. God, hold on. Okay, that was my coworker who was vaccinated and has a grandchild that came down with the Rona. And I think the grandchild's like 11. So there you go. Professor Chewie, the music was an experiment. If I decide to do YouTube shorts, I figured to use Steve's music in them instead of talking. Doug, we want you to talk. Who's with me? Who wants Doug to talk? I want Doug to talk. Does anyone else? Skull, you want Doug to talk. Who else wants Doug to speak? Back from your first trip to Boston? Chewie says depends on the joke. There's all sorts of politically incorrect jokes about crooked roads in Boston and also in St. Paul, Minnesota. Doug could get 2 to 3 jokes in a short. I'm just telling you, the fish are great, but the jokes are great. As long as we go one Sunday, Doug, Gary Jones of API usually goes about 20 minutes from me on River Road. Yeah, Doug, you need to go out with Shawn, see some live music. Little Maggie. My neighbors keep calling her Molly, but it's Maggie. What's the last body part to die? Fingernails or hair? The pupils, because they dilate. Doug Gray, perfect. Temperature here, by the way, is beginning to drop, so that's nice. Wake up, Maggie. I know I'm getting all the Rod Stewart jokes. Your ex-wife's tongue would die last. By the way, Roger Goodell is on the NFL channel right now. How old is Roger Goodell? Let me look that up. Got this thing called Google. Let me look that up. All right. He's married to a former fabulous uh, news babe from Fox News. Okay. He's 62, and his wife, Jane Skinner. How old is Jane Skinner? She was born in 1967, so she's 53. So there you go. I just got a text from someone about JJ Walker. So there you go. So my buddy sent me a picture of JJ Walker talking about dental coverage. I just sent something back to him that about time. God, he's got to be close to his 70s, right? It's Jimmy JJ Walker. Oh God, he's 74 years old. So I'm texting my buddy back. 74. Yes. 74. Yeah, that is I would have thought he was well into his 60s, but I think he's like the same age as most of the classic rock bands. So yeah. Dynamite. Yeah, it's Roger Goodell has done pretty well. It's that was a note from my guy going, geez, really? Yeah. Yeah, Dynamite. No longer funny. No longer funny. But back when he was on TV, that was back when you could tell the badump bump jokes. Badump bump. And they were still funny. You had the rabbi, the priest, and the mass murderer going out, walking into a bar. Those jokes. Jimmy JJ Walker is 10 years old, 10 years older than Chewie. Is $44 million a year worth it? I guess it would be. If you were making $44 million a year, how many years would it take before you go, yep, I'm fine. I don't need to I can go out and do my I can wrap up and not do anything. Go on the water and just enjoying that. I have some friends of mine and they're still working. They're my brother's age, a little bit older than me. And they just moved and bought a small house on the ocean outside of Tampa. And it's just amazing. After taxes, 3. No, well, I think now after taxes, it's probably 2. I'm going to the Georgia Aquarium tomorrow with my nephew. That's nice. Now, I've been to the Chattanooga Aquarium, which I think is great. It's been a number of years since I've been there. I would love to see the Georgia Aquarium. I love going to the aquariums. Hey, Miss Molly. Maggie Moo. She is totally out. Totally out. Yeah, and he lives in New York City. So Roger Goodell lives in Manhattan. So he's being nailed. 60% of his income goes to taxes. So it's really not $44 million. It's like $18 million. I don't know if I could live on that. Yeah. Maggie Moo. She's not a vegetarian. Maggie Moo, Maggie Moo. I worked on his tax return before he retired, and I got to talk to his accountant. Yeah, that would be a kind of a cool deal. And can you, that's a pretty thankless job being the commissioner of the NFL because you're answering to 32 billionaires. Who are a pretty entitled lot. Can you all's crickets pipe down? Can't hear. Oh, wait. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of cicadas. Maggie got to meet a cicada the other day. No, not John Cicada, the singer from Miami. I'm talking about an actual cicada. And she went to chew on him. It was pretty funny. They claim that Fred Rerun Barry died from diabetes. He was married 6 times to 4 different women. I suspect that's what put him into the ground. I've been just married and divorced once. I don't have anything against marriage. I would like to get married again. But I'm not in that place right now. Maybe the right type of lady will make her way into my life, and she'll open the key to my heart. Almost poetic, almost. Marriage is the leading cause of divorce. Yes, it is. Wait till she meets lantern flies. Hey, by the way, speaking of lantern flies, in Kansas, some kid at an entomology display was displaying a dead lanternfly, and the folks in Kansas have gone bonkers, and they blame it on a recreational vehicle. I don't know why an RV, why it couldn't be, an 18-wheeler, but they blamed it on an RV. That's one of the problems with people driving all over the country and flying all over the country. Things pass around. Swimsuit model, Peter. Think my next wife should be a swimsuit model? You're doing it wrong, Peter. Study dad jokes. The ladies love themselves. some dad jokes. I know that seems like the type of romantic tip to avoid. Oh, Maggie. She is such a good girl. So I don't know. I'll look forward to meeting the next wife whenever that one shows up. Just wear a doctor's coat wherever you go. Women will show up. With like scrubs. Aquariums, cute puppy, and a full-time job. Peter's 10 out of 10, one would think. One would think. Thank you, Lumpy Dog. I think that I am marriage material. Just stick with Maggie and do whatever you want, whenever you want. Yeah, you see, there you go. The babes always ask me at Walmart if it's true they say about a Cherokee men. Anyone know what they say? I don't know because I don't want to be stereotypical, but go ahead. We have a lot of people in our area who are part of the Cherokee Nation. You see Cherokee Nation license plates everywhere. And then there's the Quapaw Nation. I don't know, is the Quapaw Nation part of, let me look that up. Let's see here. Oh, they're more related to the Sioux. Quapaw means downstream people. Yeah, you see, there you go. Little hopeful hint for me to learn. Good song by Paul Revere and the Raiders. Chewie was the original lead singer. The song, A Boy Named Sue, Johnny Cash. How do you do? Mark Lindsay, was he Goober Lindsay? Goober from our beloved Mayberry? Or is that the lead singer of Paul Revere and the Raiders? Indian chief stands out front of store and saying, chance to all the lovely ladies, find one lady, ask him why he says chance and not how. Chief says, me know how, just need chance. Ba-dum-bump. Ah, the singer. Okay, very good. Paul Revere and the Raiders. Do they still perform? Sort of like the Beach Boys, but there's only like one original still out there with them, and they all hate each other. I heard this story a number of years ago, and I think it's pretty true. You're familiar with the singing group, the Pointer Sisters. They had hits for seemingly like 15, 16 years. They were everywhere. For years, they didn't talk to each other. They had separate trailers, would walk on stage and they had to have separate sets of stairs, do their singing, do their warm up and leave. And during the concert, do the same thing. And at one point, two of the sisters got mad at one of the others and just booted her out of the band. So yeah, when you're dealing with money and all that sort of stuff. Oh, Paul Revere and the Raiders hate each other. All right, you see, there you go. Just guessing. Happens a lot between writing credits and who's getting the money. Herman's Hermits still perform. Are they all still alive? No, they're still playing. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. All right, gang, we've been here just about an hour. I've got to get my fish fed, and I got to walk a little doggy. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you, and we'll see you on Saturday. Adios, amigos, Cherokee people. Yeah, you see, I'm not a member of the Paul Revere and the Raiders. Cherokee pride.